Hello and welcome to your reading, Blue Moon in Pisces. So I'm going to tune in to your cards today and do a general reading. So I'm doing obviously a live video. So I'm not great at these live videos. I'm not very professional, but you know what? I tune in, I give you the messages, and that's that. So the Blue Moon in Pisces, why is it called a blue moon? Because there's two moons in August in 2023. So when there's two moons in the 1 month, they say it's as rare as a blue moon, but it's in Pisces. Pisces is deep as the ocean. Pisces, I'm a Pisces. So we like to go deep. I know my husband always says to me, "Oh, you like to ask the big questions, don't you?" And I'm just like, well, yeah. And sometimes I don't think they're big. For me, it's not big. I like to go deep. But for him, it's like, settle down a little bit. But hey, I'll always ask the big questions. It's up to people if they want to answer them, right? It's not up to me to be responsible for how people are feeling around me because they're uncomfortable with the depth that I am. Now, the Pisces moon's going to be bringing this out in all of us as a collective. So don't be surprised if you want to go deep. You want to have a look at, what's brewing inside your heart, inside your gut, what's coming up for you. Now, also, we have planetary alignments this year, and more so from now to the end of the year, that's pushing us out of our comfort zones, making things literally come up for us. We cannot hide anymore. We have to look at the truth of the situation, and we need to deal with it. Sad but true, but it's just the way we're going. So enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Why run? Why hide? Why ignore? Let's just get to it, do the work that needs to be done. So, Blue Moon in Pisces. I will have this edited after I've finished recording today. And my beautiful Shay, who's my virtual assistant, will put in the timestamp so you'll know exactly where your reading is at. But also, I'm running a competition in August to give away a free reading. And if you go back and look at all the readings that I've done weekly in the month of August, there's an opportunity for you to enter each month to go into the draw. So please look at what the entry is and enter. Doesn't matter how many times you enter. I just like to see that you are entering, and I will draw that. I'll do a live or a video reveal in a few days because September's Friday. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. So if you've been in the hermit energy going through winter here in the southern hemisphere, don't be surprised because it has been, a time of hermit energy. It has been a time of really coming back to ourselves. So here we are coming out into the beautiful sunshine. And the sunshine is shining. Spring is amongst us. And for those in the northern hemisphere that are, the opposite of us, just go gentle as the seasons change. We change and we need to honor ourselves. Okay, so let's get started. Again, I don't know how to show you the moons if you haven't already selected them, but this is my phone and these are the 3 moons. So you can choose which moon. So if you're here watching live now, and this is the first time you're seeing the moons. Otherwise, you may have seen my posts on my socials, and I've given you the opportunity for a few days to tune into which moon's for you. So moon 1, 2, or 3. Which one's calling you? So let's get started and see what moon is calling you. All right, so moon 1. Straight away, I want to take a breath. Time to slow down. We're getting all pumped up, ready to get out into the sunshine here in the southern hemisphere, but I feel like I want to just pull back with the full moon number 1. In your energy, I feel quite contemplative. I want to stop and reassess, and I want to think about where I'm at before I take the next move. And I feel like I need to slow down my talking. I want to slow down my thought process. And it's almost like I want everything to slow down around me. I really want to pull back. I'm just going to get into this energy and just really, for me personally, it's hard for me to pull back. So I'm almost struggling here to settle to settle down. I want to just, I'm struggling with settling down. So it's like you're in an energy right now that you want to rush to the finish line. You want to keep going. You want to charge through, but your body is saying, whoa, 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 stop ignoring me. Your body, that's your body. You want to run faster there, but it's time to walk. You got to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run, and you're jumping. Be very careful because you could miss little tiny things if you go too fast. It's time for detail for you. Don't miss emails as well. Now, Mercury's in retrograde at the moment, and Mercury is the planet of communication and the planet of technology. And, you might find that you might miss an email that will be in your inbox. In your, it might go to your junk or something like that. There's a little bit of detail you're missing. You haven't got all the information just yet, and it's pulling you back. And your body is giving you clues, so don't ignore your body. Don't ignore your body. I was talking to my mother-in-law the other day, and I was at the shops, and I was doing a million things. It was my little daughter's birthday. So I was doing a million things, and I must have told her in my haste that I was dropping in to see her that day. Anyway, she rang and she goes, oh, when you come today, could you bring blah, blah, blah? And because I was doing a million things, all of a sudden I felt my body heat up. And I was going like this with my T-shirt because I could feel sweat. It was like, oh my God, so much pressure just to do one little thing because I was doing so many others. And I overcommitted. The last couple of weeks, there's been too much on. And I know that this is relevant for you because I feel like you're overcommitting in too many places. But when my body gave me that clue, I said to my mother-in-law, you would not believe what just happened. And I said, I've just got all sweaty. And she's like, oh, no, I don't want to put that pressure on you. I said, no, you're not. But I'm just sharing with you what's happening. And for me to share that was a big deal as well. So I know if you've gone for full moon number 1, you're at a point of setting up new boundaries. You're at a point of letting your body tell you what's going on. If you have the energy, speed up. If you don't, my darling, slow down. And I'm feeling like it's time to slow down, time to say no. Let your body do your talking. I also know that, if you hold on to something like, here's my bottle of water, right? If I'm holding on to my bottle of water, I can feel energetically that my body wants it just by tuning into my body. I just had some steamed dim sims and I wanted them, but when I ate them, I knew my body was sort of going, no, that's not the best thing to eat. And we ignore these signs and synchronicities, but know they're there. I want you to get mindful, especially with your body. This is very much, it's almost like a health reading, number 1, because I feel like your body's been giving you clues for a while. So I'm getting itchy. I just started scratching. So I feel like there may be, and this is a general reading, but there may be some of you out there with skin conditions like an eczema or a rash that comes and goes. And it's like you don't really have a rhyme or a reason why it's happening. But we've got to remember our skin is, and this is not for everyone, it's a general reading, but our skin is our largest organ. All right. Whatever doesn't go out in the toilet comes out in our skin. So if it's coming out in our skin, our digestion's not up to scratch. And we want to be digesting and taking the nutrients from our food and passing out whatever we don't need. And I feel as though there's a cramp, there's a blockage somewhere energetically that is not letting you really digest your food, receive the nourishment, and then get rid and eliminate of what you don't need. So I feel like there's a digestion thing, a skin condition for some of you, not all of you, but there is a bit of gut pain. So be very mindful of what you're putting in your body, and be very extra mindful of what your body's saying, how it's reacting, because your body will never lie. Your body is always going to be protecting you and doing what it needs to be doing to realign. So when for instance, I've been going into an energy enhancement system, an EES. They're popping up all over the world, and it's a room of frequency that just goes through you at a cellular level, and it clears you, mind, body, and soul. But what can happen is after a couple of days, you can be run down and come out with some sort of flu or fluish symptoms and the detox symptoms, right? Because you're clearing all the shit out so that you can power up is the word I get. Power up, because you're powering up now. You're not sitting back to be directed. This is your direction right here, and that's why you're slowing down. You've got to come back. You've got to reassess on how you're feeling, and know that with everything that goes in, something has to come out. That's what's going on. So you're flushing out toxins. I feel like there's a bit of a cleanse coming into spring, even a juice cleanse, even if it's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, nothing huge. To some of you that might sound huge, but your body's craving it. That's how it feels. Just that digestive tract, it just needs a little bit of, it's a bit sluggish coming out of winter. And we eat our big stews and then all that sort of stuff through winter anyway. If you are in the southern hemisphere, that is. Okay. All right, these all flipped over. All three. What have we got? We've got intuition and downloads. We've got yes, and we've got manifestation. You're actually in a really nice place to be reevaluating where you're at. You're now knowing what you no longer want, what you no longer need, but you just need to sit with it a bit before you make any hasty decisions. All right. So when you sit still, you're going to get clues. When you feel into your body, you're going to get clues. You're going to know if your body, you go, yeah, I'll be there. That's fine. But your body's going like this, like really closing up over your heart space. And you're finding it a bit of a struggle to speak. You go, sure, I can do that. And you sort of cough or you get a lump in your throat. So you're getting all these clues. And if you're still a little bit stuck on hearing what your body's saying, sit down in some nice meditation and you'll really feel what needs to be done or not. The non-action is just as good as action for you at the moment. And that's where you'll be getting the yeses, because it's almost like you're reading saying know when to say no. And when you do know when to say no, you'll start you'll start knowing when it's a yes. And it's going to be a wholehearted yes. It's not going to be a yeah, but I'll only be there for a little bit, or yeah, but I can only do this and that sort of thing. I actually did a reading with a client not long ago, and it was very similar to this energy. And I remember saying to her that you want to say things like, yeah, sounds great, leave it with me. Oh, I really like that idea, but I can't do it this time, but let me know if I can next time. It's all those type of boundaries without actually saying just a no, it's not for me, no, because we struggle with that when we're empaths and we want to help. We don't want to just go no and that's it. We want to say, look, it sounds great, but it's not for me. You want to sort of put a spin on it as well. And in that, you can start manifesting your reality. So this full moon is bringing a lot of honesty, a lot of depth, and things that you may not very well want to deal with, but this is your message, darling, that you are ready. You're ready to start listening to your body. You're ready to be giving yourself a break. Self-love and nurturing is very, very important. Just check in with your gut, physically, energetically, and maybe a bit of a juice cleanse. Like, I love Medical Medium. I do a little bit of his stuff. So maybe look into that or whatever. It doesn't matter what you do, but it needs to be something just to get that digestive system kicking off, because there's a bit of stagnant energy there and it's coming out either in your skin or in your aura or something. It's just stuck. So just sit, contemplate, let it drop in. You'll get your answers. And that, my darling, is your full moon reading in Pisces for number 1. All right, number 2. All right, let me take a quick look at it again. Number 2. And if you're just tuning in or looking at this, these are the moons. So number 2. Now, just before I get into number 2, if you are local to Melbourne, I've got some in-person events coming up. I will have some online events shortly, but for now, myself and Dr. Mira Jensen, we do soul audience readings. We do readings to a group. So feel free to check out my events in my link below. We do those once a month, the first Friday of every month in Greensboro, Victoria. Myself, have you heard of spinal energetics? It's a modality where the practitioner moves energy around your aura and it can shift energy, emotions, traumas, and up and out so you can flow. Again, check out my socials because I've been sharing a few posts on Tracy B, who I'll be working with, and we're running a 4-hour event of beautiful healing. It's called Ascension, and I'll be bringing through past loved ones and doing some beautiful healing energy mediumship and meditations, and we'll be doing spinal energetics with Tracy as well. That is September the 9th in Emerald, Victoria, and that's a 4-hour experience. And then my next retreat, it's a weekend of amazingness. I've got 4 other practitioners that are working alongside of me. And it's called Spirit's Whisper. And it's a weekend of spirit connection. We're going to help you enhance your psychic, your mediumship. There's cacao ceremonies, there's breath work, there'll be sound healings. And again, we want to be a clear channel to be able to connect with spirit and bring that in. So look out for those events in the description, in my bio, on my socials, and drop me a line. Love to talk about some more. All right. Thank you, Shay. She's just dropped in a link in the chat, guys. That's my link tree. So all the events are on that link. All right, moving on. Full moon number 2. Let's have a look. How are you today, Shay? Thank you for popping in, darling. All right. Full moon number 2. It's been a bit dark. It's been a bit dark in your energy, honey. Been a bit dark in your energy. Been tough. It's been tough. I feel like a bit of struggle in this energy. It's been like a bit hard to rely on people, a bit hard to trust others. This is actually a bit deep, this one. This one's a little bit deep. I feel like I'm a bit constricted around my chest area, whether that be emotions or breath or grief. Again, general reading, take what resonates. Maybe a little bit of asthma, lung condition. There's something here. It's more breath, not so much heart, more breath. That's what I'm getting. It's like it's hard to catch your breath at the moment. That's how it feels. Let's see. I feel like this is actually coming to an end. I don't think it's getting worse here. It doesn't feel like it's getting worse. It's just like it's been happening for a while, and now you're facing up to it. You're facing up to it. Very much in the beautiful energy of the Pisces full moon. You're very much supported in this, and it's courage and bravery you get here. There's some real bravery going on, isn't there? It's like I want to talk about like childhood almost. It feels like childhood traumas are resurfacing. So whether or not you watch something on TV that triggered something, or that you're hearing about a scenario that's similar to yours, or you're being triggered, whether or not some of you would be carers for children or teachers or something like that. But I feel like there's children around you that you are getting triggered by. And when I say children, it could be teenagers or something. It feels like the youth of today is triggering you. There's something in it that you're finding a little bit confronting. Now, again, general reading, but take what resonates. And I feel like in the younger generation, it's making you feel a little bit out of control. So some of you would be struggling with children of your own or students of your own. It's like you're losing your battle, you're losing control here. And Spirit's here to say that you've been quite brave up until now, and there's a way you can go about this that you haven't actually done fully. Now, if this isn't about children. This could be very much about a boss at work or someone. It doesn't have to be younger than you, but the majority of this energy is the younger generation coming through. But it could just be that someone's in your world that's triggering you to make you face up to what is left unhealed as you as a child growing up. Okay, so this is quite, I don't know what this is, but I'm just sort of doing this. But look, your cards are actually beautiful. Your cards are actually beautiful because Spirit's here to say give yourself a little bit of love, a bit of ease, a little bit of grace, a little bit of compassion because they see you. They see you. And you've been a little bit down in the dumps of late. And it's almost like saying just one step at a time. Give yourself just the chance to, you've got the courage and bravery, but if you have a look at this card also, it's almost like we're ready to battle. We've got the shield up blocking everyone, and we've also got, well, it looks like a flag to me, but to me, it also feels like a weapon of sorts. You can still whack someone with this. And it's like you've been in the fight and flight. You've been ready to fight. You've been ready to attack. But Spirit's here to swoop on in to say, you know what? Weapons down, my darling. It's okay. You can breathe because not everything's your responsibility. You've got a lot of angelic help here, but I don't feel like you've been calling them in. Because right here, we've got your guardian angel, and she's looking absolutely gorgeous. But you know what really stands out to me with this lady? This angel? The prayer position. It's like, please. It's almost like she's begging of you to call her. Now, I know there's been some grief. I know that those lungs have been heavy, energetically, physically, whatever it may be. But that's where we hold our grief. And I don't want you feeling as though the worthiness is not there. Like, they've, I don't know, the words, and again, take what resonates. Left for dead. They've left me for dead. Come for some of you. And that's just a perception. That's just a perception. And to me, when I hear the words left me for dead, it's like they've just run off. And you're here with this mess. You're here not with the support. You're here with this debt. You're here with whatever it might be, but it's not a scenario that you would have chosen. But the thing is, we've got to also step into that power, saying that nothing that is meant for us will ever pass us by. And sure, it takes a village to raise a child, but you have got some angelic help that you're not calling in on. They are begging you. And there's something here about childhood that is triggering you, whether it be physical children or just your inner child. But the next card we get is the blessings and abundance. And again, I see her in the prayer saying, please, please ask. But I see his hands opening with a beautiful swirl of energy, looking right at it. So I feel as though that when you receive the help, when you allow the angelic guidance in, you're going to find that your powers up, you level up, and you're going to have the magic in your own hands. So you don't have to rely on external. And I feel like for some of you, there'll be some financial woes. And I know that the cost of living is out of control. I know all that stuff. But I also feel, and I've been told, that come November, December this year, that a lot of people will know financially where they're at. So there won't be the unknown. It'll be more like secure. It'll be more, black and white and a place of calm instead of the unknown as much. And that's as a collective. So when you really give yourself that honor and you give yourself that love and light, you're going to find that you can rely on yourself. And the fact that they left you for dead was actually a blessing. And I always say, everybody makes you happy. Absolutely everyone. Some people make you happy when they come. Others make you happy when they leave. But everybody's always going to make you happy at one point. Just want to pull one more card out for you, just to tie this up. Oh, there's a random card from a different deck. I'm going to pull that one. Motivational, inspiring. Look at this beautiful, noble sir sitting on a throne. Ambitious, taking a leadership role, stepping into the spotlight, public speaking. Keep your eyes on the big picture, communicate your vision, and don't be sensitive to criticism. Look, you have been struggling, and I feel like the solitude of it. I feel like it's been something that you've been doing alone, expecting people to maybe be there, but they haven't been. That's the sort of energy I'm getting with this moon. But in saying that, I don't hear you asking. I don't hear you actually calling them in. But now that's all going to change because Spirit's got you, and you're going to call them in, and they're going to turn up, and you're going to receive, and you're going to find the strength in that to realize the help is within your hands. And you've got this. And that, my darling, is your reading for Pisces full moon number 2. All right, let's move on. Let me see that picture again. The moons 3. All right. And if you guys have just tuned in, there's the full moons 1, 2, and 3. And I'm up to number 3 now. I haven't even used a light today. Sorry if it's dark in here. You know, the thing with me is as soon as I get inspiration, I just do it. And in this instance, I haven't put a light here. I haven't shut the blind. I haven't done anything. I've just jumped on before school pickup. And this is it. This is it. So I know you, my darling, straight into full moon number 3, you're getting shit done. You just do it. You're on the fly. You just bang, bang, bang. When it needs to be done, you're doing it. Let's feel into you a little bit more. Oh. So this energy is not really letting me in very much. You've got quite a shield up, you have. My gosh, I thought number 2 did, but this is different. This is you going, I'm good. Hi, I'm good. Yep, how are you? I'm fantastic. Yep. And then you're going away and having your internal thoughts. Now, this one for you is all about flow. If you're not doing any energy work at the moment, it's time to let yourself, because the work you're about to do is going to crack you open so wide that there's no turning back. And this one's actually quite exciting because you've done the core work. You've got to the core of what's going on. You know your trigger points. You know what you need to do to look at yourself a little bit deeper. You know what it is that you need to surface. No more ignoring for you, is there? No more ignoring for you. Let's get some cards. Let's find out what this actually means and where you're going with it. You know, and again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. But I feel like there's a couple of big rollers out there, high rollers. Like you've got, it's almost like you run the show at work, and I feel like there's double digits. You know, more than 50 staff under you. Lots of responsibility, and I feel like your upline or your management, there's a breakdown of communication. It's like they see how you run the show, very tight ship. You're actually doing really well from the outside, but from the inside, there needs to be a bit more clarity. There needs to be a little bit more peace, and you're almost like, you know, the analogy that they say, you know, the duck on the water or the swan, whatever, and it's very graceful above the water, and then underneath the legs are going like this. And that's what I'm feeling in your energy. You're very presentable. People come to you knowing they'll get a solution. And the thing is, these little legs need a little bit of help. And I don't see anything blowing up. I don't see anything like that with you. I just see that the compassion is lacking, the self-compassion. And it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed in this energy. This full moon is going to help you come to an epiphany that's really going to be the aha moment for you to know, you don't do things in halves. You either do it or you don't, but you do a lot of it. And you've got this epiphany where you just go, I know what to do, and you won't do anything if you don't succeed, but you're good at it. You see. What do we got? Joy and contentment. This is you on top, and I've got to get your legs underneath. This is your legs underneath. What's it say? Intuition and downloads. This is you floating, right? So intuitively, we got this card for someone else. Intuitively, you feel like you're the only one that needs to do the work. And above, you're nice and calm. So even though there's a lot of people that you influence, whether if you've got those people under you in a job place, or if it's just that you're very influential, you might have a YouTube channel or followers or something like that. You influence a lot of people, or it might be just friends and family that come to you. But you're very much a powerhouse. People come to you for the answers, and you have them. But the thing is, excuse me, there needs to be a bit of a pullback for you. You need to have a place where you go to collect your thoughts so that you can maintain this. This is about longevity. And when you do stop, you get the answers. Oh, gosh, I want you on my team. I want to know that I could come to you. But you've got to use your skill set on yourself as well. And I feel as though you know this, but you're still not letting yourself, because there's so much to do. And you're putting out little spot fires left, right, and center, and you've got so much on. But whoa, let's just back up for a minute and give yourself a chance to really break it all down and go at your own pace. I tell you what, though, you're bloody good at what you do. And whether this is a career or just who you are, you're really good at what you do. I'm just going to get 2 cards here for some reason. 2. All right. The first one we've got is make bold and ambitious choices. 2 of Gabriel. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people to share your vision. Yeah, collaboration's key here. It's almost like there's you, everybody underneath you relies on you, and then there's management or someone you look up to or whatever, and just here is a little bit of opportunity to get more out of this person, scenario, management, whatever it is, because you're not asking, because you're the person everyone goes to and you just look like you're doing so well. And then we have confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively just know what to do. You do. You absolutely know what to do. It's not like I've got to give you any more information here. I bet you're just watching this going, and. Well, and it's do it. Just do it, because you're a powerhouse and you're doing really well at it. It's just a matter of maintenance and longevity. So you've got to give yourself that downtime, whether it be a sound healing or a massage or a sauna or a walk in nature or visit the beach, whatever it might be. It's just to quieten and calm your mind, and then you'll be even more accessible, because it's almost like you love the spot fires. You're really good at them. You love the challenges. You're really good at them. But there needs to be the downtime so that you can stay being good at them. Yeah? I reckon you know exactly what I mean. I reckon you do. So that, my darling, is your reading for the full rare blue moon in Pisces. Remembering this is a deep time. You might want to ask the deep questions. You might want to go deep within. That's fine. It's a collective energy. That's a collective energy. We're also in Mercury retrograde, which is the communication and the technology planet. Venus is still in retrograde too, which is a planet of love. So we've got a lot of energetic pulls that are quite unsettling at the moment. And when we know that, we can embrace it and we can actually just go gentle on ourselves and on each other. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest, all of you. Rest is very important at the moment at the change of the seasons. A lot of hydration. And don't forget my upcoming events. We've got this Friday night in Greensboro, audience readings. The following weekend in Emerald, Ascension, a 4-hour beautiful workshop on healing, mind, body, and soul. We've got spinal energetics, spirit connection, meditation, absolutely gorgeous. And then at the end of October, a 2-night, 3-day retreat called Spirit Whispers, where me and 4 other practitioners will be taking you on a beautiful healing journey to be able to enhance that intuition, that mediumship, that spirit connection, with healings along the way. Sound healing, cacao, all those beautiful things. All food and accommodation included. So I wanted to bring events to you all. You know, they range from, you know, $1,000 to $22, depending on what you want to do. Thank you very much for tuning in, beautifuls. I would love you all to share how you went with your readings. Feedback is great. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, all those YouTube algorithm things. And don't forget, I have a going away prize. Well, August is going away, so yeah, a reading giveaway for the month of August. And all you need to do is comment below. And I want you to write down a goal you have for next season. So a personal goal that you're willing to share, but make sure you write it in the present tense as if you already have it. And it could simply be is I am abundant, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am love, whatever it might be that you are for the next season coming up. So pop that in the comments and you too will go in the draw to win a free one-on-one reading with myself for the month of August. Thank you very much for tuning in, beautiful souls. Don't forget to share, go into the draw, have a look at my events, all those beautiful things. Take care and I'll see you next week. Love and light to you all. Mwah. Be kind to others, but especially be kind to yourself because you are one beautiful soul. Peace out.